Hey, welcome back to another edition of the Creators Outlet. Please subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. We're welcome back our good friend, Passion for Drawing, with his phenomenal work. Hello, my friend.
What's going on? How are you?
I'm excited because of this. Whoops. I was scrolling. For shame. Tales of Terra Nova. Now, we talked about this last time you were on, and we hinted at a bunch of stuff, but I've been excited for this ever since.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a really exciting project. We're really close to getting funded, so.
Yeah, 2 days left.
No,
102 backers.
Yeah, first 30 days, so we'll extend tomorrow.
First 30. But, I mean, there's so many big names attached to this. First, let's just jump right in with the trailer first.
Okay.
Well, that says it all right there.
Pretty much.
Refresh.
There you go.
So this is the big epic fantasy magazine like we used to have with Sword of Conan back in the day, but kicked up quite a few notches.
Yes, it's in that spirit. It's going to be an exact copy. I mean, we can't do that. I mean, Basima's dead, but we're we're doing as close as highly influenced, and some other things like pulp magazines back in the day, and some Dungeons and Dragons stuff is inspired in there too. So we're kind of putting it all in one package, and we're shoving our package as far into your face as we can.
That's what she said.
Yeah. No, but bring that epic fantasy, sword and sorcery kind of feel back to comics. Got black and white will be in a large magazine formats, 48 plus pages of content. Over half of it is sequential work. Then there's going to be some pulp, novel kind of stories in there, like the old Conans were. That's where they started. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do some D&D stuff, got some monsters and an adventure in there, and then art throughout the whole thing. So it's one big entertainment magazine. It's not going to be a bunch of articles and all this stuff. It's there's something to read, there's something to look at, there's something to do. And I think everybody's going to really love the stories and really love the art in the book too, is that there's 10 artists at least doing work for the book.
At least. I tagged one of them in the post. Your good buddy Joe Ball there.
Yep.
And,
yeah, he's good.
The first tier you have, of course, the featured tier. Everybody needs a featured tier. Is epic. $60 plus shipping. You get the 40-page magazine, all stretch goals, a random black and white sketch card by yours truly.
By me, yep.
And a first printing copy of Doom Fate as well.
Right. And you get 5 Doom Fate prints.
Yep. Ooh, it's almost like we practiced that one.
Yeah. Doom Fate was my first comic. and I only have about 30, 35 copies left of the original print run of it. A lot of the characters in this magazine are in Doom Fate, but you don't need to have read Doom Fate to know any that this. A lot of them are background stories or flashbacks. So you could take this as a jumping off point for Doom Fate, or if you already read Doom Fate, this is going to help expand the world for you, and you're going to want to go back and read Doom Fate anyway. So a lot of those characters and a lot of this stuff is to help. Noveterra is the world in which Doom Fate takes place in. So I'm expanding it out. This is my way of doing that, and also give everybody like a cool fantasy magazine at the same time.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, you said you were looking at doing this as a quarterly magazine.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, the way the funding is going, don't know if that's possible. So,
well, we're going to work on it.
We're going to try. We're going to try. So, I want it to be a quarterly thing. Like if we were racing towards 5 figures, sure, I'd start the next magazine right now. But we're going a little slow. There's a lot of stuff coming out. So
yeah, I noticed that like in the last few days. I saw like 30 different campaigns launch like in the last few days, and I was like, holy crap. Don't you guys talk to each other and kind of like space it out some?
Well, we do kind of space it out, but there's a lot of stuff. So.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of great books coming out. So
yeah, I know. I backed a few, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot about Tales of Noveterra. So I jumped on I had like $30 extra in my account, so I grabbed like the $25 tier, which Great. I can easily upgrade to the 60 tier.
Well, unless those are all gone. So
if
like
they're
I
all
have
gone.
6.
There's only 6 left.
There's only 6 left, and then that's it.
They're done.
So then you'll have to wait till the second printing, which will be Doom Fate 2, hopefully sometime in the summer. I'll launch that, but there'll be a second.
Very cool
tier for that.
And here we have the Australian variant. Right, Bancroft, the Australian variant, because shipping is like $80 for like one leaflet to Australia now.
Yeah, the issue I had, like I made the prices as cheap as I could make them, and then but the shipping is like almost doubles the price of the book.
Yeah.
So like digital is like a way if you really just want to read it, I'm offering it. So if you don't want to pay that, it's up to you. So, and it's the cheapest tier I have.
Yeah, I know there's so many people like out of the UK that want to get stuff, but their cutoff is what I'm paying as much for shipping as I am for the book. I have to say no. I go, well, get the digital. He goes, I don't read digital. I go, read the book, and it might change your mind to actually getting that physical copy.
Yeah.
And then the standard magazine bagged and boarded.
And put in a stiff mailer and sent to your house. Yep. That's it. This is for people who they don't want the extras, they don't want the fancy stuff. They just want a copy of the book. It's
the bare bones, the blood and guts of it.
Yeah.
And here's the deluxe one. This is the one that I grabbed the other day.
Yeah, you'll get all the stretch goals. You get a sketch card from me. That my sketch cards normally go for about $25. So you're basically getting the magazine, all the stretch goals for free.
Yeah.
So it's a really good deal.
I'm always happy when I get any kind of original art and stuff. It's like, oh, it gets highlighted, and I gotta do a special unboxing for it and everything.
Yep. And then we have one more sketch card left by Joe that hasn't been claimed. He did a few others, but that now I'm going to be putting some up here soon, and I got some other artists doing some stuff here.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Joe's was still left up there.
Yeah, it'll go eventually. I know it will.
Yeah,
it will go.
And I like the scene behind us too.
A lot of people do.
It's kind of reminiscent of some of the stuff I just finished watching Vikings Valhalla on Netflix.
Yeah, that's Pat Maxton Doodlebags. He does the first story in it about a character named Armis. He's kind of my Conan stand-in, but he's pretty cool. It's when he's younger and he's first going out in the world, going on adventures and stuff. And he goes up to the east, because he's from like a snowy, barbarian town. This is where he goes out east to seek adventure, and it's one of his first adventures. So, but yeah, he's like my Conan guy. The next story is called "The Front" by Joe Ball. As you can see, it's big. It's called "The Front." It takes place in a big, huge battle that's been going on for a very long time, and this is about a character called Helios, and like his a day in the life of being in a war.
Joe's line work, though, I'm like that last panel. I kind of want to zoom it out to
Oh yeah. This is one of the tamer pages, so.
Oh yeah.
You should see. Yeah, it's probably. I'd have to say it's some of his best work. That I've seen him do. And the next one is Alan Alonso, How Comics. You might assume he did stuff for Lost Pages and Magic Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a story about Galen. He's older in my book, but and this is when he's still a young man. He's kind of a nobody, and he's kind of like going nowhere in what he's doing. And he decides one day he's had enough. He's got to step up and do something, and it pays off for him. It's interesting, cool little short story.
Nice.
Yeah, people like that one. And then there's Preston Acevedo. What can you say? Everything he did here was like ink washes and Copic markers. So his story's the longest. It's 8 pages. It's all about orcs. And basically, when you're an orc, you don't have a name. If you're a lowly orc, you're just a grunt or a peon.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you get a name is if you take a title or someone else's name for yourself. So this is about how an orc gets his title and his name. So a pretty cool story. Pretty bloody. Everything's brutal. It's probably like, I wouldn't say it's a hard R, but it's like, a light R, PG-13-esque stories. It's not for little kids.
Oh, not at all.
And then we got 4 stories by awesome writers. Got Edwin Acevedo, Phil Diaz, Mark Middleton, and Eddie Winkler.
Nice.
They all do like your regular kind of texts, but those will be illustrated as well.
Yeah, like illustrated prose stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is an example of Eddie Winkler's story. That's illustration for his
story. You need one illustration to take you through the book, just like reading a novel.
Yes, yeah. And those stories only be about maybe 2 pages long. They're not going to be a novel. You're not reading a novel. Each story is a short story. 2, maybe 3 pages each. So, and then there's going to be a role-playing section. So if you're into Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of stuff, there's going to be adventure. It attaches actually to things that happen in Doom Fate. And this is like a side thing that they mention in the comics. You actually get to play through the adventure of it. And it's going to be pretty cool. There's also going to be a monster compendium in the back to some of the characters in the book, and other things are going to be in it. So we're going to have stats and stuff. So most of that's all illustrated by myself.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And we got more people working on this than you can shake a stick at. So we got, Simon Poitier, Dan Dahl, Brandon Diaz, Gabriel Catano, Anthony Figueroa, Clayton Barton, Shelby Robertson, and there's some more people. We'll try to add, hopefully, as we go.
Oh, yeah.
And once we hit the 5K, which I think we're going to, everybody who got the Epic and the tiers, stretch goals. We'll get a 11x17 special poster by Joe Ball.
Nice.
And then we got a couple other things. So there's a trading card by Anthony Figueroa. He drew that and I colored it. Be able to get that, and then there'll be other things added later.
That's
depending
awesome.
how far we can go. So, but the cool thing is like this book is mostly done. All the sculpture work is done. Most of the art is done, which that's the thing that takes the longest. We're really in the editing phase on most of it, and then we need to get it lettered. All the stories lettered. I'd like to get 4 separate letterers for the 4 separate stories. That would be cool. Pretty much got Eric Weathers will probably do one, and then we'll get some other people. So
nice.
So it's not just a fantasy magazine; it's kind of a showcase of talent too.
Yeah.
So
for sure, there's so many people working on it. I'm like, it just reads like a who's who of CG.
Pretty much, yeah. All us lower level people. Yeah.
Oh well, he drew a frog in the 90s.
I mean,
of course, I've got all the copies. I got all the original copies over there. I found it.
But yeah, most everybody in there is CG grown. So
yeah,
amazing talent. I don't, everybody's great. They've all done a fantastic job. It was a great working with all of them, and it was a dream come true. And they've done some of the best work they've ever done, and they're very passionate about it too, because it's they put a lot of energy into it. It's taken me over a year to get this book done. So,
oh yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Hey, good stuff, Comic Skater. What's up?
Hey, good stuff. Wow.
Bow.
Yeah, I was excited about this book the first time you told me about it, and then going down the list of everybody working on it, and I'm like, it's a cornucopia of talent that I follow. Everything everybody's doing that works on this book, so I'm like, I'm excited for this, and I love the old, the old fantasy magazines and the stuff from the 70s, like some of the horror stuff. Like I got a box full of creepy around here somewhere.
Yeah, I'd love to do a horror version of this. Mm-hmm. I'd love to do like a sci-fi one eventually, but it's up to customers and the fans to what they want. It's I'm pretty sure it's going to get funded. We got quite a few backers, which is good. But we got to get to the numbers, eventually.
We're going to get more up there. I mean, there's still an original Joe Ball card up for grabs.
Yes, and then I'm going to have some other artists are going to be doing some here soon. So you'll be able to see the next 30 days there's an art contest going on too. So you can, first place is $100 and get it printed in the book. So, the due date's April 10th on that. We're taking the top 3 people, and you'll get placed in different parts of the magazine depending on your placement. And then, hopefully we'll get some cool art out of it. I just announced that a few days ago.
So how does one get in on the art contest?
Just all you have to do is, put it up on Twitter, or you can DM me if you want at Passion for Drawing. But it's a hashtag Noveterra Art is the hashtag. Make sure I just said that right. Yeah, Noveterra Art. Hashtag Noveterra Art. And you just put the hashtag in there for that, the piece you want, and we'll judge it. So the 4 artists and the 4 writers on the book are going to be doing the judging.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just going to be kind of coordinating it, and I let them,
let them yay or nay.
Yeah, they will decide if you are worthy.
Hey, Lorenzo, good to see you, sir. Yeah, this is just.
Yeah. And by the way, the cover,
yes.
The logo is by Alan Alonso. Cover is pencils by me, and Ink Spots did the painting on it. He did most of the work. So, but my pencil those layouts.
It's an amazing cover, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, he did a great job. Tried to capture the feel of those old magazines and stuff like that. Dungeons and Dragons modules or those old video game covers, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So we're trying to get
8 legendary tales of sword and sorcery plus a role-playing module.
new monsters, pinups, and more. Yep.
Yep.
It's going to be a letters page. We're going to have like a fun letters page in there. We're going to, do all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a fun book.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a cool book.
I'm excited for this, dude. This is just, I'm like, 12 years old again. Like, looking at like the fantasy mags in the comic shop.
That's about how old I was when those were big. So yeah, it was cool. It's something I grew up with. They don't really have these anymore. So it's not going to be on newsprint. It's going to be on nicer paper, but it's still going to have
that feel.
It's not going to have like a real stiff cover. It's going to have a nice magazine. We'll probably keep it stable. That's why I don't want the page count to get like enormous, because then we have to start going to perfect bound and stuff like that. So my idea is you're on this, you're on the shitter reading this. It's like you put in your magazine.
Well, there's a good chance I might.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So, and we'll keep this open and keep going. Hopefully we'll get to be able to do more issues and do more. So that's up to everybody else if that's what they want. Because I really listen to customers and what they wanted here in CG and everything. And, Indiegogo stuff, they want, cheaper, faster, quality, all that stuff. So,
yeah, and this is you blew the roof off the quality part, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah, and the talent, at my budget level, this is the best I could do.
Well,
so,
you did amazing.
Thank you. And I think the stories are really good. I think people will really like them. The characters I've really thought them out. If you read Doom Fate, I don't know if you have, you know the characters. This fleshes them out even more. So this gives you a little more backstory on some of the important characters. And some of the stories go on later into Doom Fate. It'll make Doom Fate fill in a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
make it beefier.
Yeah, a lot of the stories were I can't fit them in the main book, so I saved these. So
yeah, plus there's a story in there that's kind of like a prequel to Doom Fate too.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Yep. Thank you, Lorenzo. Appreciate it.
Here we go.
Thank you for the links. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah. Lorenzo pops in. A lot of times we end up streaming at the same time. But he'll sneak over and do some stuff. So where do you need this to be for you to be looking forward to the sequel for this?
It's done in stretch goals. If we hit 5 figures, then I'll start on the second issue right off the bat. I already have the second issue. I'd like to do it as a whole manga style one. Mm-hmm. And to be an homage to Shonen Jump, a magazine, and it'd be I got some artists lined up, and the whole book it would be new characters that are in the same world, but fresh new one, but they're all like manga style, and introduce those characters to everybody. And we wouldn't necessarily always do manga all the time, but just that style of magazine, make it look real bright, and even Japanese lettering all over the cover. So we would do it that way. If we hit 10K, I can, and I got the payment, I could start paying the other artists to start doing their work. These artists on this book have already agreed that they want to come back and do some more. So I would get them started on the third issue, so that we have a constant rotation of things. So I'd have people starting on the second and the third at the same time. So at 10 grand, I can do that.
Yeah, then you have everything done laid out and ready to go.
Yeah, and my goal is to be the first early CG book. So this is supposed to come in July. I think I can pull a June. Depends on the printers. So, but like I said, it's all really just editing and some lettering. Lettering don't take long.
No.
So, I mean, month or two turnaround.
Yeah.
So,
This is just awesome.
yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be fun. I think we jump on it now because when we go in demand, I'm not really gonna be doing the stretch goal stuff for everybody.
Yeah, in demand,
It's just a magazine at that point.
Just a magazine, bare bones.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people wait until shipping and all this stuff. You're not gonna be able to get the posters and all and the sketch cards and stuff. You're not gonna be able to get that when we're done with the 60 days. I'll just let everybody know. Like, I'm not gonna do sketch cards from now till July. We get 60 days. We might put up where you can get the stretch goal one, but you're not going to get the sketch cards or anything like that. So, jump on it now. Get the extra stuff now. It's probably a good idea to do that.
Yeah, get that original art.
Mm-hmm. The Joe Ball poster. Yeah.
The Joe Ball poster. Oh my God, dude, that is just sick. I'm gonna look at that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a 2-page spread he did. It's a lot of work. Yeah. Pretty amazing piece.
Yeah.
I mean, he did all the lettering and stuff too by hand.
It's just, just amazing. This would make an amazing black light poster, dude.
Yeah, I thought that too. And but that's very, very expensive. They're not cheap. Like, I think only like 2 places in America actually make them.
Yeah, it would definitely be a one-off.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if
you get this, and we'll give you 10 books.
Yeah,
but it's like 20 grand.
Yeah, a poster would be like $200.
Yeah,
it's pretty expensive. But who knows what we can do with it? I thought about a glow in the dark one. Those are a little bit cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But again, start out slow. We'll see what happens. We've been a little bit slow, so compared to some other campaigns.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but doing our best.
Definitely got to get it beefed up because I'll keep spreading it because I want this damn magazine. I want it to keep coming. I mean,
okay. Yeah,
those are some handsome looking orcs. Most orcs don't look this good.
Yeah, almost every day, the first 30 days, we've gotten a backer. So I think there's been like 2 days we didn't get a backer. So we've been doing we're not going like this. We're just consistent. So I think we'll get funded. I'm pretty confident. So we got a whole nother 30 days.
Oh yeah.
And then I got some more stuff in the store, and then we want to of course build it up. So shoot for that 5-figure amount. But yeah, great art, great stories, really cool talent on the book. Great. I think everybody will enjoy it. And even if you're not really, I know not everybody's into sword and sorcery, but it's just superheroes, but in a fantasy setting. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're not into sword and sorcery, the $25 level gets you an original sketch card from you.
Yep.
Which would be the $25. And then, if you're not into sword and sorcery, it's a good gift.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's not just another trading card. So it's something original. It's a one-off. They won't be the same. So definitely. Well, yeah, everybody worked hard on it. It's a cool magazine. Can't wait. I'm excited too to get it out. See what people say. The stories are. If I wasn't on this book, I'd buy the shit out of it. But
oh yeah! Don't forget, there's only 6 epic tiers left available.
Yep.
You get a first print of Doom Fate. You get 5 Doom Fate prints, original sketch card, and the magazine, plus all the stretch goals.
Yeah, and I'll probably throw some extra swag in there too, because I got a bunch of extra stuff left over from Doom Fate. Got some posters and things like that I might throw in there too, just to kind of get rid of some of the extra stuff I got laying around. So it'll be more than that. I just didn't know exactly how much I had, so that's what I know I have.
So you might get the bonus plan with the $60 tier.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which is
it's a good deal too. So,
see, I'm looking at the magazine now. Let me scroll back to the cover. Mm-hmm. So right there makes me think this would be a good spot to get somebody to do like a mini sketch in the box.
Well, I was going to do this is just a mock-up of the cover.
Okay.
But I'm going to do the old, how they had Conan on there, basically like Drew Conan. That's kind of what I'm going to do up there.
Oh, cool.
Plus, I got my my studio name put up there, so that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, okay. So
I left it blank to kind of give everybody an idea where something's going to be. So there won't be a big white box on there.
I was just thinking out loud. I was like, oh, that'd be a nice spot for a remark.
Well, Doom Fate 2, I plan on doing sketch covers.
Oh.
Yeah. My idea for that is I'm going to do sketch cover tier. I'm actually going to get a bunch of artists to do sketch covers for Doom Fate that you can buy into. They'll be a little bit higher and, to pay for them. But you'll be able to get a sketch cover from a lot of artists. Let's just say I got a list of about 20. I'd be willing to do it. So it'd be a really cool campaign when that comes out, if we can get to it. I got to get this one first. But yeah, there'll be a sketch. I don't think anybody's ever done it in CG yet, where you had a sketch cover and then you get different artists to draw on the sketch cover. It'll be limited to like 3 or 4 per artist. It wouldn't be, they're not going to be doing 100 sketch covers. They're going to be a handful.
Oh, yeah.
Each. And I think it'll be names that you're going to want to get sketch covers from. I play,
Well, except for this guy.
Oh, yes. Sim will do $2 billion.
Yeah, I can't pay that Canadian shipping back down to me.
Yeah, we'll take care of all that. But yeah, I think you'll all be surprised in who I'll get for that. That will be pretty cool. Then I'm going to do a bunch, but
I'm excited for this. I know I showed off to a couple of my friends that are like big Conan fans. I told them, I go, there's this new epic fantasy magazine coming out. 40 pages, black and white, like the old Conan, sort of Conan stuff, with multiple stories and everything. It's like, gave them all the link. One of them I'm going to give a hard time to tomorrow because he does a stream with me on Thursdays.
Is that a vegetable oil bottle you're drinking out
of? No, it's a Tropicana bottle.
Oh, okay. Here I am with just a glass.
Well, I got to keep hydrated.
So,
yeah. It's either water or coffee. It's like, you got to drink a lot of water. I go, I do. Coffee doesn't count. I go, why not? I pour the water into the yum yum machine, and then I have a nice big cup of coffee. It's like, no, you got to drink lots of water too. I got a big open wound on my leg, so I'm like hobbling around with a wound that looks like a big giant Flintstone steak.
It doesn't love vegetable oil this way. Yeah, I do that every day. That's how I keep this beautiful skin.
Oh, you got to use some kind of oil.
Yeah, exactly. So what's been going on with you? How's things been going with you, Will?
Not bad. I brought the show down to like one day a week for the first slowed down the first of the year and got a lot of stuff going on in the personal life, and then I got the wound, and I was like, I got to slow down a little bit. So doing this on Wednesdays, and now I'm going to start doing some like during the day. Like I'm going to do a sit down with Edwin on Monday.
Yeah.
And talk about his new book and
maybe the Ace.
Yeah, Aces too.
Yeah, it looks great. That book's going to be. The first one was cool. I've seen a lot of the stuff with the second one. I think everybody will like it. If you like the first one, you'll definitely. The second one knocks it up a notch. So.
Oh yeah, it's there's so much good stuff out there, but this is the one that I've been looking forward to getting on since we talked about it a few months back.
Thank you.
On the last show you were on, I was just like, can't wait. Then I saw it, I go, ooh, gotta keep sharing it, gotta keep sharing it, gotta keep sharing it.
I appreciate that.
So hopefully I can get a few more people on that I know, and hopefully somebody sees the shares.
Yeah, I think my prediction, I think we need about 15 or so more backers to get it over the hill. And like I said, it's been slow going. I've been doing shows and everything I can.
Mm-hmm.
Try to promote it as much as I can. And we've gotten, over 100 backers, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
But we need to hit that number so I can actually get it printed for everybody.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's really cool. I think it's a good idea. I think people are going to really enjoy it once they get it in their hands and everything too. I understand a lot of people are apprehensive about books and they're going to be late. And some people like even said to me, "Oh, July, are you going to make July?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm going to make July." It shouldn't be an issue.
I'm going to break the stigma and put it out early.
Well, the art's all done. That's usually the thing that takes so long.
Mm-hmm.
And as an artist myself, I understand why things happen, and it's a lot of work. I think a lot of people don't understand, like, yeah, you get like 48 pages, but not all 48 pages are equal in their complexity and to draw. I'm working on Doom Fate 2 now, and right now it's got 5 2-page spreads in it that are very detailed. It's taking me 24 or 30 hours each to work on.
Wow. Pencils
and inks. So, because the Doom Fate 2, the art on it's going to be, it's been 2 years and I've really learned how to draw comic books quite a bit better. So I think people really like that book when it comes out, and the art's going to be top tier. Maybe I'll make Bancroft's list. I don't know.
Oh my God.
So maybe I'll make his favorite artist list.
Push it. Have you been up late with Bancroft?
I think I watched a show the other night. Yeah. It's drawing streams with Rob Arnold. And,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been on there a few times. I've been up working myself, so I'll switch on and just check out what they're doing. Yeah.
Have you been on the show though?
No, I don't get invited to those shows.
Oh, why not?
I don't get invited to anything.
I invited you. Of course, I'm nobody, but I'm just a guy that wants to read this magazine.
I've been around the CG a long time. I'm an OG CG. Been here 4 years. So I've seen a lot of stuff come and go.
Yep.
But, everybody's kind of broken up into their own little groups. They have their friendships.
The cliques.
Not just cliques. I wouldn't call them cliques, but they have their circles,
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. That was the early days were pretty rough. So a lot of it's safety, kind of circling wagons and,
mm-hmm.
For protection. And not everybody's into, hanging out with everybody else. That's just part of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, me and Mike, get along just fine. I don't, he's a nice guy, a really nice guy. I give him a hard time, but he's a good guy.
We all give him a hard time.
But it's his show. He can do what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wants. So, but I get on other shows. I do stuff on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
almost 4,000, subs on TikTok. So I'm one of the higher people in sub count in CG. So
I was surprised there's 100 people following me.
yeah, I see you on there too. Yeah, I see you doing stuff.
Yeah, I try. I always forget, and then I did a quick video about this tonight, and then changed my voice to sound like I was just sucking in a helium balloon. I was like, I will do that one.
Yeah, TikTok's a good platform. People give it a hard time.
Yeah, lots of great comic stuff on there.
There is. I mean, you would be. I mean, I think a lot of people in YouTube and Twitterverse will be surprised how much there is on there. Some really good reviews and comic book talk, and now, of course, there's all the stupid stuff like the dancing and the political stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just filter that stuff. You can eventually filter that stuff out. I mean, I don't know about you, but I hardly ever see it anymore. Mine's mostly art and comics. And
yeah, I haven't seen any political stuff.
Yeah,
like jokes and stand-up comedy and
I get a lot of dog videos.
Yeah, I see some of those too, but mostly it's just comics. I'll see 2 or 3 of yours, and I'll see like 19 Figaro videos with them.
Hey, he's doing really good on there. So
oh yeah,
he's doing really good. So good for all we're doing is drawing basically. We don't have to do, I live stream on there too a few days a week. So, but it's all art stuff. I hang out and we get about 30 people coming in hanging out. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And I make a little bit of, there's like super chat, kind of their version of super chats on there too. So it's a pretty cool platform. Get to hang out with people and, have a good time and do what I like doing. So
yeah, hopefully get some of them over to jump on as a backer for the book too.
I've had 5 confirmed ones that back the book from TikTok.
Not too shabby, man.
No, it's for something that's new.
Yeah.
A few people backed me. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I could tell their names and stuff, and I see them in my live chats. So, yeah, you can definitely do a lot of stuff on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
the short form stuff is fun, and I try to. My goal is to try to make. You see my videos. I try to make art entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like Bob Ross, for example. That's why he was so popular, is because he made it entertaining.
Yeah, I saw a few of your simplified quick art lessons on there.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it. Didn't look anything like that. But I can now draw a stick figure.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got to practice too.
The most hated line in any artist alley. Yeah, I can't even draw a stick figure.
It's true. I think everybody can draw. It's a skill you can build up. But you have to practice. It takes practice.
Yeah.
Now, to be an artist, that's something different.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be an artist. So.
No, that's where the gift falls in.
Gift and the persistence and the patience and
mm-hmm.
I'm still not as good as I want to be, and I'm 50 years old, so
and
get better.
You just keep getting better over time, man.
Hopefully, I'm running out of time.
Well, don't say that because we're right around the same age. I died once. I'd like to stick around longer this time.
Oh. That's good. Yeah,
So,
but the books, man, the books could be great. It's gonna be good. I hope everybody can grab a copy.
everybody get on this, share it out wherever you get social with your media, and follow Rob at Passion for Drawing on Twitter and over on the TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you very much for coming and hanging out, and I am very excited for this Tales from Noveterra.
Thank you.
And I will look forward to upping my pledge because I sold a box of pops today for some good money. So
Awesome.
Deposit it on my card, and I can up it so I can get better stuff.
Yeah, like I said, we'll have some sketch cards and other things here real soon. Some little extras. But we might have some original art here soon, so
Ooh.
That'll help. But I wanted to get it to where we got backers. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So putting a bunch of art up doesn't necessarily help the production.
Yeah, you want to get as many people eyes on this as we can.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And hit the number.
Oh, for sure. Well, I want to thank you very much for hanging out.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
And always a good time when you're around. And we'll catch everybody later. Make sure you get out there and back Tales from Noveterra now on Indiegogo.
Bye.